morning, good morning, good morning, you lovely lot. It's about 20 past 8. I saw Lee off, well, said goodbye to him from my bed at about 20 past 7. And then, yeah, fell asleep till 8 o'clock. My tea had gone cold that Brendan made me, so I went and heated that up. I've just had some breakfast, checked on the Facebook, and I don't do that very often, but I did. I went and had a little check on Facebook, and now I'm going to read some more of my book, which I'm over halfway through and loving. I'm loving being back in that reading place and just really getting into a good story. Yeah, I forget what it's like, and then life gets in the way. Or I go through stages where I leave the reading too late in the evening. I pick up the book and can't read for long because I fall asleep. So I'm really enjoying that. I'm in a bit of pain today. I'm going to have to swap arms, sorry. So it's happened a couple of times, but right at the back of my shoulder blade hurts. Like following the shoulder blade on this side. And it hurts when I breathe and the pain goes into my shoulder. I did some stretches yesterday and it helped, and Lee gave it a good old push and that helped, but I'm having to take some painkillers because I think I've got some kind of trapped something or other, and if it doesn't ease I'm going to have to probably book an osteo appointment and see if I can get them to deal with it, because it's not nice when you breathe and the pain sort of shoots through from behind to the front and into your shoulder. It's not pleasant. Anyway, I'm going to read for a bit. I'm going for a cup of tea with my friend at 10:30. Get these driving lessons hopefully booked for her son and Brendan. Then I'll probably come home, have a spot of lunch if I'm hungry. And then I'll go over to the forest school site and do some strimming and some more cutting back. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, make a start on I've already made a bit of a start, but get things ready for the concrete delivery on Monday. Yeah, I'll come back to you when I've done some reading. Okay, so that didn't really go to plan. I was supposed to be reading, but I ended up on the phone to Daryl for about, I don't know, must have been about an hour. So I didn't get any of my reading done. But I've quickly thrown some clothes on, thrown some makeup on, and I'm going to whiz down to my friend Julia's now, and we'll sort out the driving lessons for her son and Brendan. And hopefully we can get them both booked in with the same company together, which means we can share the getting to and from Oxford city centre, or wherever abouts in Oxford they're going to pick them up from, because they're not going to come out to this village, unfortunately. And I've just suggested Kenzie gets up and gets out of bed. It is 10:30, so it's definitely time he was up. And I've asked him for his help in forest school for an hour. One of us is going to strim, one of us is going to chop with the hedge trimmers. And then we'll put everything into one of the big hippo bags, all the brambles and everything else into one of the big hippo bags, and get the toilet in the hole. And then over the weekend, because the weather's supposed to be so bad, over the weekend my sister-in-law and I can then just seal the toilet, attach the metal rungs to it, bolt it together and weigh it down so that when we put the concrete in on Monday it doesn't float. But that most of it will have been done so that we're not dealing with stuff in the rain over the weekend for too long, and that we're good to go for Monday. So he's going to come and help me do that. And then I have a shoe box to build, because that one is disintegrated. So that's my other job to do this afternoon. I've got several jobs to do this afternoon actually. And then this evening we're going to go and have birthday cake for my sister-in-law. So I need to wrap her present as well. Why is nothing easy and straightforward? So I was going to my friend Julia's because her son, who is a year younger than Brendan, and Brendan were going to do their driving together. Our plan was they would both book in with this Oxford company to do their driving intense course, either over a week or 2 weeks. And that would be brilliant. We would share the drop off and what have you, because otherwise I've got to take time off work to get Brendan in this course. And if it's a 2-week course, That's a lot of time I've got to take off. So we were going to share the driving, and then that way it makes life easier. Well, that's not how it's going to work. Apparently, this nationwide company that we were contacting only has one instructor in Oxford. Okay, so we can't do them at the same time because there's only one instructor. And there's us thinking there would be like a place that they would go to with several instructors. Why only one instructor to cover the whole of Oxford? So they're saying it's probably going to be the new year. Well, we expected that because of the delays from COVID. And when I spoke to them originally, having mentioned he's on the autistic spectrum, but he's high functioning, done his A levels, all that kind of stuff. It's not, but just my view is it's worth mentioning. It has been worth mentioning all through his life, because there are things like he needs a calm approach. He doesn't need somebody who's going to snap at him. It might just mean that while they're driving and he's becoming overwhelmed with the traffic, that they go, you know what, let's just take him somewhere else, get him out of the car, give him 10 minutes to walk around, give him a snack, give him a drink, say, hey, get yourself a snack, get yourself a drink. Right, okay, now we'll go and do some manoeuvres for half an hour, and then we'll go back and deal with the traffic. That's kind of someone's going to work with them, not someone who's going to be difficult, just they need that kind of instruction rather than somebody snappy and, well, do you think you're going to pass this if you don't, come on now, you should be able to do this by now. That kind of thing isn't going to work with them. So that's why I mention it. But they're like, oh, well, he should be doing the longer course. And they said how much experience has he had. Now, he's had, 3 lessons yonks ago with an instructor. And then he's had a bunch of hours with me. And we're not looking until the new year, because that's when the dates are being released for tests. So we're not looking until the new year to do this. So he's going to have another whole yonk 6 months of tests, of driving experience with me. And they're going, oh, well, really then he needs the full course because he hasn't had lessons. And I'm like, so me taking him out accounts for nothing. The fact that where he was, stop, start, stall, 3 months ago, and coming up to roundabouts and being able to go around them without stopping because he can judge that there's nothing coming, go down into second gear, pull up to it, go, yeah, it's clear, and manoeuvre, means nothing because it's not an official lesson. So it's just frustrating me. The whole thing is just frustrating me. So they're contacting the local driving instructor, and I'm just going to see what dates they have available, what they suggest, but it looks like it's going to be the full course, which, I don't care. If it's going to be the full course, he just needs to drive. This is holding him back. And I want to talk to this instructor, ideally. And then I'm like, well, where is this instructor based? Because they won't come and pick him up from here. So it looks like I'm going to have to take a week off work, and then probably Lee's going to have to take a week off work to get him into the city centre, probably, to be able to do these driving lessons. But then I'm thinking, if this driving instructor is Oxford based, but yet he lives this side of Oxford, then he could pick him up, could he not? Oh, I don't know. But then I guess he could live he could be like Whitney side of Oxford. Anyway, there's my rant for you. I'm sorry you've just had to put up with 4.5 minutes of why is nothing ever simple? Why? All he wants to do is learn to drive so he can get out of this village and get a job, like a full-time job, apprenticeship, something that's not temp working, gluing boxes together, which is fine because he's well paid for it, but he's got a brain in his head that he needs to use for other things. Now, to release my frustration on the whole thing, I'm about to go to forest school and start hacking at some bushes. And Kenzie's going to come and help me, and we're going to get some of that done before it starts raining. And then I do think I need to sit down and read, because I've got other things I need to be doing, but I think I need to de-stress for 2 minutes. And that's not going to happen until I've dealt with chopping and hacking of things. So yeah, I'll come back to you when I'm less stressed. But on other exciting news, new Pokemon have come out on Pokemon Go. So I'm feeling very excited because I've just caught this exploding caterpillar creature thing. Phalink, is it called, Kenzie? Phalink. An exploding caterpillar type thing. And there's lots of new ones to catch and I'm feeling very excited. Let me just show you the food I've cooked. It's another one of these plant menu meals. It is a Moroccan lentil stew. And that's what it looks like. I have covered it obviously in cheese, so it's not very vegan again. But yeah, that is the stew. It smells very nice and I'm going to tell you how it tastes. Again, it's another one from the Aldi range. Hi, Kenzie. Right, let's taste this. I'll taste a bit without cheese. Yep, I like it. It does have a Moroccan taste. Moroccan style lentil stew with chickpeas and lentils. And I do like it. It's very tasty. And even tastier with cheese. Kenzie's going to help me by hacking some of the low hanging trees ready for Monday so that the wheelbarrows can be pushed through with ease. And I'm going to do some of this lower bit here, and then the bit behind this netting is going to be trimmed. Lift. And you're okay backwards, mind the strip there. Wouldn't have done it by Monday.
Never thought. Yes, just normal grass. Nothing else.
Yeah. Well, Kenzie and I have done a bit of work here, clearing as much as we can. My hands are shaky now, so I'm sorry about that. But my batteries have run out, so we've come to the end of what we can clear, but we've managed to get quite a lot done over the last couple of days. Thank you for your help, Kenzie Bear. He doesn't like doing it, but I'm very appreciative.
Every time I come here, I get injured by something.
Yeah, well, it's nature, you know, it prickles you. But the paths are looking a lot more accessible if you're rushing through with wheelbarrows, less likely to get, you know, snapped by something. The battery, yeah, it's pretty dead, but that uses more energy, Kenzie, than that, so you might have a little bit of life left in that, but we'll take it home. We need to cut this tree back a little bit, this oak. We need to empty the water out of this tomorrow, and then we need to put it in situ, level it, and then Monday we can just wheelbarrow in the concrete, move this, wheelbarrow in the concrete, and hopefully, yeah, get it done. But tomorrow we're also going to put a gazebo up that we've been lent, so that if it rains on the day, it will have some protection. In general, this needs a strim, so I'll probably bring the strimmer back tomorrow as well and just strim some of it anyway. Make some pathways. Let's go. You've got bits of tree in your hair. Nice sausage roll. Enjoyed that. Good, good.
Put that there for now.
Okay, we'll pop that in the bin before we go. A treat of fizzy pop. You don't get that very often, do you? Damaged your tooth, didn't it, in lockdown when we started having it as a treat? Yeah, and I'm having a pop for a change as well. Kite is circling. I'm not sure what for. How pretty. They're doing Mexican night at the local restaurant. How pretty is that? I wanted to show you these really nice cards that I got. Different patterns on them and different designs on them. But these are all recycled paper that can be recycled again. But it's also, if you cut up or rip up the card when you've finished with it and plant it into pots, then you can have flowers for the bees and the butterflies because it's all seed infused. Yeah, so it's more than just a card. It's not a waste. I always feel funny about cards because what do you do with them after you've given them, and then it's thank you, and most of them can't even be recycled because of the card that they're made out of and the printing and stuff. So yeah, I know Heather will appreciate that. And the paper's all recycled as well. I always buy this new sort of recycled stuff that I get. And it's good strong stuff. The sellotape struggles a bit to stick to it. And I did try eco tape just to make it completely, what have you, eco-friendly with no plastic from the tape. But unfortunately that doesn't stay stuck on the paper, which is frustrating. So yeah, I'm going to go and put that in its envelope and take that over to Heather this evening. And for now, I have had my bath and I'm all clean. I've got changed into some clean clothes to go to Heather's. Well, I think we're going to my parents actually this evening. So yeah, it's going to be a nice evening, I think. Get the family together. But I haven't done very much from my list of things I was going to do, if I'm entirely honest. I've been really, really slack. I've still got the shoebox to build and I've still got the wheelbarrow to build. Anyway, I can hear my sausages beeping because I'm cooking Kenzie and I sausages. So I'm going to go and give them a flip and put them in for a little bit longer. And then we're going to have some sausages for dinner. Lee said he's not very hungry. And Brendan will have had a big meal today at lunchtime because they go and get sausage and chips from the chip shop on a Friday. So he's not going to want anything. I'm going to end the vlog now because it is currently about 5:45. And we will be heading off shortly to my parents to go and do birthday celebrations with my sister and my sister-in-law and the rest of the family. So it's probably a good idea that I go get myself sorted and ready and make sure everyone else is ready. I'm not going to film it, but I'm going to get this vlog sort of at least exported now so that it can go up a bit later on when we get in. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you all tomorrow.